We are talking elementary things, but I think we should do this. Don't you think that it's easy to bluff complex notions, but the really difficult thing is to raise these totally elementary questions. And in spite of my later conflict with him, that's why I admire Jacques-Alain Miller, the great Stalinist, Lacan's. I always called him a Stalinist when we were friends, and he laughed because you know why? Lacan says in Encore, draws this parallel. Freud and Lacan, Marx and Lenin. And then, well, who is the next guy? It's Freud, Lacan, Lacan's successor Miller, Lenin, Stalin. Well, it's the Stalin, you know. And once, this was my lucky time, early 80s, when I was privileged, before it became a public spectacle. Miller had in Paris every week a closed seminar, just 15, 20 people, and there I witnessed what is a true master, educational wonder. For example, for one semester we were reading maybe one of the most difficult of Lacan's texts, Kant avec Sartre, Kant with Sartre, you know, like page by page, sentence by sentence. And this was the miracle of Miller. You read the page, you understand nothing. Then you listen to Miller for 2 hours, and it becomes so transparent that you could, like, why was I so stupid? Everything is self-evident. With all problems I have with him, personal, even theoretical, he is the only absolute pedagogical genius that I know. You know, Lacan was happy to have him because for a whole generation, even for those who later disagreed with him, Miller made Lacan readable. And I didn't lose my track. Miller was a master of this. Like, you know, this blah blah bullshit, divided subject, the subject is divided. Miller was torturing us once for 2 hours. Okay, between what and what is the subject divided, you know? And of course, we went through and came to the only consistent answer, you know? It's not between this and that for Lacan. It's not, you have a conscious part and then the stupid iceberg beneath the unconscious. It's between, you know, Miller quoted one of, was it Gilbert Ryle or one of the British empiricist philosophers, who said that if you imagine endlessly cutting a certain quantity, like half, 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 you go endlessly, that the dream is, of course, empirically impossible, that at the end, you arrive at a point where you divide a remainder in half, but what you get is not something and something, but something and nothing, you know. And that this is the subject's division. In this sense, the subject is divided between something and nothing. You arrive at the subject when you have a something, signifier which represents the subject, which stands for nothing, and then here, at the second level, object A enters. Object A fills in this nothing. Now we get here the first ambiguity of object A. On the one hand, it's that piece of dust or whatever, the empirical remainder, which precisely as an obstacle gets your desire in motion. I repeat this old story, I used it, but sorry, I will use it again just to make it clear. I remember when I was younger, they are now half forgotten. There were 2 model beauties, the German and the American one, Claudia Schiffer and, what's the American one? My God, she started.
Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, you see, we from Baltimore, we know who are the beauties.